Hey, I'm William. Today we're going to show you how to test and replace the heating element on your Samsung dryer. You might need to check or replace this part if your clothes are taking longer to dry, your dryer isn't producing heat, or the dryer runs but isn't hot enough. Now before we dive in, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel to get your regular fix of repair guides that can help you save money and time. With over 2 million products in stock and the know-how to help you do it yourself, we are AppliancePartsPros.com. First, we're going to grab a few tools. Today, we'll need a multimeter, a Phillips head screwdriver, and needle nose pliers. Also, please remember that safety comes first. Don't forget to unplug your dryer or turn that breaker off before working on it. Ready? Let's get started. To get to the heating element, we're using our Phillips screwdriver to remove the 2 screws that hold the top panel at the back. Then we're moving the top panel to the back, lifting it up, and setting it to the side. Now we're lifting up on the console and pulling it away from the dryer. We're disconnecting the wires behind the console on the right. Then we can lift up on the console and setting the console to the side. Now we're going to use our Phillips screwdriver to remove the 2 screws behind the door in front of the lint trap and the lint filter. We also need to remove the 4 screws at the top of the panel. Then we can slightly lift the front panel up and rotate it forward. Once we've done that, we can disconnect the door switch harness and completely remove the front panel. You can just set the front panel to the side for now. Now we're unlatching the wire retainers from the wire harness. Then we can use our Phillips screwdriver to remove the 5 Phillips screws from the top plate and set it to the side as well. We also need to disconnect the wire from the drum lamp. We're also removing the screws from the lint duct, pulling the duct down and setting it to the side. Next, we're removing the 4 Phillips screws from the front bulkhead and disconnecting the sensor bar wire connector. Now we can lift the front bulkhead up and pull it forward. At this point, we can reach back and remove the belt from the idler pulley. Once that's done, we can remove the drum and belt and set them to the side. We're setting our meter to resistance, which looks like an upside down horseshoe, and testing the heating element for resistance with 1 wire removed from the element terminals. We should get a resistance reading of 10 ohms here. If the resistance shows open or OL, like we see here, then the element has failed and would need to be replaced. If the resistance is good, then something else is causing the problem. Since we found out that the heating element is bad on this dryer, I'm going to show you how to replace it. We're going to grab our Phillips screwdriver and take out the mounting screws from the high limit thermostat and the thermal cutoff. We're also removing the second wire from the heating element. Then we can use our Phillips screwdriver to remove the mounting screw at the front of the heating element housing that holds it. We're lifting up at the front and pulling the element housing forward. Now we need to remove the Phillips screws along the rim of the element housing and separate the 2 shells. We are grabbing our needle nose pliers to bend the locking tabs in line with the terminals so that they can be pushed out of the ceramic block. The element will lift up and out at this point. Here's the old heating element and here's the new one. If you've already got one, great! If not, you can pick one up at AppliancePartsPros.com. To replace the heating element, we're going to insert the new one into the housing, push the terminals through, and close the 2 shells together. Then we can secure them with the Phillips screws that we removed earlier and use our needle nose pliers to bend the lock tabs on the terminals. Alright, let's put this dryer back together. First, we're angling the heating element housing back into place. Then we're securing it to the front bracket with the Phillips screw. Then we can connect the heating element terminal wires. We also need to connect the high limit thermostat and thermal cutoff to the heating element housing and secure them in place. Once that's done, we're going to install the drum and belt and secure the belt to the motor and idler pulley. Then we can grab the front bulkhead, install it, and secure it with the Phillips head screws that we removed earlier. We're also reconnecting the sensor bar wires. Next, we're installing the lint filter housing. We're also going to go ahead and install that lint filter. We need to connect the drum lamp wires and then install the top plate before we secure the wire harness with the retainers. At this point, we can grab the front panel and guide it onto the bottom hinges, connect the door switch wires, and rotate it into place. Then it can be secured with the screws we removed behind the door and at the top. Now we're grabbing the console and setting it down in place. We're also guiding the wires through the top plate and pushing the console into place. Now we're grabbing our top panel, setting it on the dryer about 3 inches or so from the console, and then sliding it forward. We need to secure the top panel with the final Phillips screws, and with that, we're all done. Don't forget to plug the power cord back in or turn that breaker back on. You made it! Great job! We hope this guide helped you to fix your Samsung dryer. We'd love to hear how your repair went, so feel free to share your experience in the comments below. If you still need to order a replacement part, just head over to appliancepartspros.com with your model number. Most orders arrive in just a couple of days. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.